Buongiorno, my loves.
Buongiorno.
Good morning. I'm here with my co-leader for life, the ever fabulous Jonathan Westbrook, live.
Hello, everyone.
We're here with Remo, who is off playing with some friends, and we're in the beautiful Villa Ada, looking out over the gorgeous lake that's here. Enjoying some beautiful Roma morning. Good morning, Sharon. So this week we've been talking about beginner's mind, yeah?
Yes, we have.
And yesterday we chatted with Kyle about moving from that place of unconscious incompetence and into a place of conscious incompetence. So it's when we're asked to do something that maybe we haven't done before, or maybe we need to learn a little bit more about how to do, and we can start consciously realizing that we don't know how to do it, or we don't know how to go about getting through that process.
Mm-hmm. And at that point, you got a lot of things to do. You don't know what it is. So if you don't know where you're going, any course will take you there.
Yeah.
So you got to figure out your path.
Yep. So step 2 in this whole beginner's mind thing is to do something that military leadership calls the Endstate analysis. It's a helpful step on this. And interestingly, startups are now really using this and understanding that this is a part of being very agile leaders, and integrating kind of all of these different leadership styles into this new, really, really diverse leadership area that we have.
Yeah, what we define the end state, the way we describe an end state is, how does our team look? How does our adversaries or our competition look? How do the people that are in our environment, maybe your customers or just the populace where we're working, and then how does the environment itself, how does the terrain, how does the ground look? And so an example we've been talking about is, when we're talking about terrain, that could be in the virtual space or it could be in the physical space.
Yeah. So what's important here is starting to look towards the future. So when we're kind of handed a task of like, oh, I don't know how to do this. Like for me, raising kids, did not know how to do that. I had no competence in how to do that when I was first handed a child. And so just getting to that point of being like, I don't know how to do this thing. Okay, now I'm conscious about my incompetence here. And then coming up with end states. What are the end states that we're moving towards? Where are we actually going? Like for me, it was, I wanted to raise a good human being in society. Yeah. And so like having this kind of just conscious process of being like, oh, okay, now I need to actually start looking at the end state of where I'm going is an imperative step after we get to that conscious incompetence.
Because then you can say, all right, well, if I want this end state, if I want to look like this at the end, there's some key tasks along the way, and I got to get competent in those areas.
Yeah, exactly.
Whether that's in your business or physical fitness.
Yeah.
Or
so like one of my favorite examples of this was when we were in college. I saw towards the end, like during a graduation time, I saw and I knew I was getting married to this guy in the military. I saw some older military men walking around, and they were super fit, they were standing up straight, they had huge muscles, all that kind of stuff. And they were walking around, and they were pushing their wives in wheelchairs. And I was like, that is not where I want to go. And so I saw in the men kind of the end state that I was wanting to go towards, of like really good physical fitness all the way up until the end of my life. And I saw in their spouses a place where I was like, I do not want to go to that end state. And it helped me to really realize, okay, this is an end state that I'm going to have to work on for probably like most days of my life in order to make sure that I'm guiding towards that end state.
Yeah, and it's a long-term project, but you got to get competency. How do I build bone density? How do I keep my muscle mass up to be the person pushing the wheelchair, not the person in the wheelchair?
Yeah, exactly. So there are really great examples of this all throughout any type of leadership, whether you're a mother leader, whether you're a business leader, and military leadership has really good examples of this too.
Sure, yeah. I mean, that's a big part. So when you're given a mission, so like I think back to 2005 when we did the first election in Iraq, and we're a bunch of infantry guys. We don't know anything about how to help people secure an election, and So we just took some of the competencies we had and we said, well, this is how we want to look. We want the populace to feel safe and to have a free and fair election that's run by the Iraqi Election Commission. So we've got to secure the populace and the Iraqi Election Commission. We want our friends, like our entire team, which is the Iraqi security forces, and us, to be safe, secure, and in control. And we want our adversaries, our competition, to not be able to interfere with that election process. So, one grenade, one suicide bomber, and that election station is going to be gone, and people are going to feel like it's less a democratic process.
Yeah.
But it's not. But that sort of an end state was not the sort of thing we'd been trained on before. It's jump out of planes, kill people. We don't know how to do secure an election. So we just had to go through the analysis. We're incompetent in this. Let's gain some competencies.
Yeah,
Let's figure out how we can apply what we already do know and get there.
Yeah, and look for outside support of where can we learn these competencies as well.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about this place of being in a beginner's mind and starting to grow ourselves in whatever area that we're being asked to grow in, doing some kind of an end state analysis is a really important step in this. It helps us to start moving that ball down the line.
Yeah, how do we look? What's the competition look like? What's the environment look like? And then what are the people that are not participating? What's their perspective on us?
Yeah. So everyone's a leader. So each morning we wake up and we have been given a task of making it through that day. Like, we've been given a task. So it's helpful to even look at, what do I want the end of that day to look like? How do I want to feel at the end of this day today? And it helps us to then start doing the tasks to get to that end state at the end of the day. So these are wonderful, wonderful, important things to look at, especially as we're starting to get into this place of conscious incompetence. So we don't really actually feel kind of shame or guilt or anything around it. We're just like, oh, hey, look, it's time for me to learn something new. It's time for me to do and create something new.
Yeah, find some competencies in order to get where you're headed.
Exactly. That's it for today.
Have a glorious day.
Enjoy your end state analysis. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.